Massillon Perry High School, where we're watching the Danville Blue Devils 12-0 undefeated this season take on the Lowellville Rockets 11-1, the toughest opponent they've faced this season. A magical season for both teams, but it will end tonight for one of them. We've got the pregame show coming up next with Payton, Vanderkooi.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Bryce Coder and Payton Vanderkooi with the Bottleneck Bar and Grill pregame show. Let's jump right into it. Take a look at the Lowellville Rockets team stats. Taking a look here, Lowellville this season, 128 for 212, passing a 60% completion, 2,010 passing yards with 23 passing touchdowns. This is a very different team than Danville has faced this year rushing. They have 362 carries, 26-11 rushing yards, and 38 rushing touchdowns. Now let's take a look at the player spotlight. The player spotlight for the Rockets is Michael Ballone. Michael Ballone, the quarterback this season, 1,797 passing yards, 932 rushing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, and 9 rushing touchdowns. What do you like about him, Coach Vanderkooi?
He's a dual threat guy, and he's going to have to be big tonight in order for this Lowellville team to stay with Danville. We know it's acceptable to the pass a little bit. I'm excited to watch him play, not only on his feet, but with his arm at the same time.
Now let's take a look at the keys to victory for Lowellville as the teams begin to take the field for the kickoff.
Going to have to spread the ball out a little bit. We know how Danville's susceptible to that. And then take some risks tonight. To stay with this Danville team, you're going to have to take some risks, whether that's some trick plays or a special teams trick play or one of those or the other.
Now let's take a look at the Danville Blue Devils team spotlight. The Blue Devils are 98 for 167, a 59% completion, 1,430 passing yards, 20 passing touchdowns, 6 INTs, 418 carries, 3,278 rushing yards. Now a quick kickoff brought down at the 36-yard line. That's where the Blue Devils will begin this one. Now let's take a look at the starters. Walker Weckesser, Cole Delaughder, Wesley Norris, Josh Byers, Briar Boshart, Gavin Lefley, Kendall Carter, Greg Wilson, Blake Colopy, Wyatt Nisley, and Caleb Lucas. Now our first look tonight at the Blue Devils offense. Round 3 of Region 25 OHSAA playoffs. A quick handoff outside to Briar Boshart. Briar Boshart crosses and is brought down at the 44-yard line.
Good play there. Just coming out with their jet sweep. We've seen them run this a lot on the edge.
Now let's take a look at the defensive starters. Nick Donatelli, Vinny Perry, Matthew Lucindo, AJ Bulk, Santino Rivera Ocasio, Caden Italiano, Michael Ballone, Ryan Nieder, Landon Essenwine, Bruce Renner. And now Weckesser snap, hands it off to Delaughder. Delaughder gets through that line, sees a bit of space, picks up a first down and a little bit more.
Nice hard run by Delaughder right there. He's did a lot last game for this Danville team to help get him here, and he's done a lot throughout the year. Was actually just recently selected as first team All Central District Division 7 running back. So nice accolades for that, and you see it right there on that run.
And so people beginning to notice this Danville Blue Devil team.
They're going cover 0 on the back here, and the Rockets are. They have no safety help over the top.
3 wide receivers to his right. Weckesser looks to pass. A throw, quick throw over the middle to Boshart. Hit it as the ball was coming in. Incomplete. It's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, so they're running cover 0 here. No safety help. They run a post dig concept. Weckesser throws on a row to the dig, just a little bit high. I thought he had the post over the top. With no safeties there, they can take those deep shots. They're unpressed man covers too on the outside. So a little bit of speed over the top. Throw it over the top when there's no safeties. Strike up the band touchdown.
And so with these opening plays, we know that Lowellville's going to have to stop the run. Do you see them addressing that?
They are. They're making sure Danville doesn't run the ball on them. They're stacking the box right now, going to a bear front right here.
Handoff to Delaughder, it looks like. Pushes forward, brought down at the 45 of the Rockets, so inside Rocket territory for the first time tonight on the first drive.
Yeah, and you see it right here. They're trying to control the trenches inside here, getting everything bottled up. And, to stop this Danville team, you have to stop Walker Weckesser and Cole Delaughder, and we know that and how explosive they can be. But let's not forget how good Weckesser is in the pocket, too, at the same time.
And so 3rd down for the first time tonight for the Blue Devils.
So they actually go to a one-high safety here in the middle of the field.
The snap, a handoff to Delaughder, hit right at the line but rolls out, stays on his feet, tries to push forward. I don't think it's going to be enough. A pickup of about 3.
Lowellville gets some great penetration up front right here. You see Danville run this ISO look right here. D-lineman gets penetration. Delaughder spins off of it, but you see that tackling together right there, and that's what you love to see. And I expect this from both teams. I mean, obviously to get to this point, it's 11 hats to the ball on defense at all times, and that comes with the discipline of everything.
And now 4th and 3. Blue Devils going for it.
Here's our Wildcat look here with Delaughder.
Delaughder alone in the backfield. The snap. Flag on the play. It's going to be a free play.
Nope, false start.
Oh, false start instead.
Hard to hear here. It's loud, so you can't hear the whistle, but he blew the play dead. False start. Danville's going to come out and punt right here. This is smart right here. You don't want to go for it almost in your territory at this point. And punt him, try to pin him back there and let Lowellville try to drive the field. But I mean, that was a great defensive stop there by Lowellville, and then we talked about it. They're stacking the box right there, going cover 0, press man coverage around the board, saying beat us over the top.
And the punt
nice
is up.
Punt.
It's a good punt. Drops inside the 10. It's rolling towards the sideline. It's going to stop inside the 5. So the Rockets are pinned to the 4-yard line.
Wow, what a punt. This was on a spiral, too. Punt returner's got to catch the ball there, though. He's got to catch the ball, call a fair catch. They fair catch that, they get the ball at the 7. Now they have it at the 5, and that's a huge difference down here, all right? This is a zone you don't want to be in inside your 5-yard line because your play calling is limited because you can't really drop back to pass much because you got the end of the end zone back there. So a nice special teams there by Danville.
And now the first look of this offense led by Michael Ballone and Santino Rivera-Ocasio.
I'm excited to see this offense. I haven't been able to watch film on them yet, but the stats say it for themselves.
The snap hands it off to Ocasio. Pickup of a few. Hopefully give them some breathing room.
Yeah, so they went
there.
FIB here, which means formation into the boundary, which is the short side of the field. They went trips here. Looks like they just went a little zone read action between Ballone and the running back here. Yep. Byers makes a good play filling the hole.
So
I expect Lowellville to use their speed because it looks like they got some quick guys on their team.
Now, with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left running in this first quarter, the snap ball on the 9-yard line pushes forward 2nd and 6. Will make it about 2nd and 2.
Yeah, they went to the strong pistol set there. Nice hard run right here to get to 3rd and short. You want to be in 3rd and short. If you're not converting first and 2nd down, it's going to be tough. But if you get yourself in 3rd and short, which means being efficient on 1st and 2nd down, it's going to put yourself in a lot of good spots here. This would be a huge first down right here to be able to move the chains because if they don't get it here, they're going to have to punt it back, and Danville's going to get the ball in their field position.
Inside of 8 minutes now in this first quarter with Ocasio behind him, hit right at the line and brought down. On 3rd and 2, it's going to be close.
I think he's going to be short by a yard. They run counter there. They pull a guard and bring the wing through, and we know how tough this Danville front is. I mean, we talk about it all the time, and they got some big guys in the middle right there, big, strong guys in the middle right there. And we've seen that all year, and it's hard to run against this Danville team. Their front 7 is as good as it gets. I mean, Walker Weckeser was actually Defensive Player of the Year in the Central District in Division 7. We talk about him offensively all the time, but defensively that's the impact he makes too.
Wow. And now the snap, a man behind him and on his left hip, hands it up the middle, going to be close.
I don't know. It's going to be close.
It only needed 1. They do rule it a first down.
Oh, wow. What a play call. We talk about taking risks, the keys to the game. And
just needs to get to the 15. We'll take another look.
That's a big risk right there to go for it. They run the triple option here. Decides to give it, and he just gets the yard that he needs.
So 1st and 10 on the 15, so able to gain 10 yards on 4 downs to get them outside of that 5-yard line.
That was a huge play. Huge play for the Rockets right there.
Now with the man deep behind him and on his right hip, Ballone has 2 wide receivers wide, looks to pass towards the left, now towards the right. Ball over the middle, he's beat. It's a high ball, incomplete.
In and out of his hands.
Braylon Dabney, the intended receiver, had the cornerback burned.
Yeah, so the QB does a good job looking left here to look off the safety, and then comes back to his post concept, throws a great ball right here. You expect the receiver to try and come down with that when it hits both of his hands. Would have been a huge play for the Rockets.
So now with 6:17 left, ball on the 15-yard line, it brings up 2nd and 10.
Back in their trip set here. Let's see if they go back to a zone read here.
Clock is stopped at that 6:17. We're working on that play clock or the game clock for you. A pickup of a few on a carry by Santino Rivera Ocasio.
Yeah, so they go back to the zone read right here. So they're not blocking the left end right here. So the quarterback's reading him. If the end decides to go with the running back, the quarterback's going to pull it. If the end stays in that contained, then the quarterback's going to hand it every single day. So it's just taking a guy out of the blocking scheme, so it opens up more stuff. So, and you got to have a smart quarterback to do it, and you got to have an athletic quarterback to be able to do that too.
That makes it 3rd and 9, ball on the 17 inside of 6 minutes. Another look at that same formation. The snap, fakes handoff inside, under pressure, the quarterback, a quick throw out, able to get one hand on it, but it bounces out, incomplete. Santino Rivera Ocasio, the intended receiver.
Yeah, so they run a boot here with an over concept coming, has a guy open, but the pressure from Danville up the middle got to him, and it's tough to make that throw going to the left for the quarterback when you have pressure come at your face. Almost had him, though, there, but that pressure up front was huge. We got 4th down now.
So 4th down, looks like Briar Boshart and Wesley Payne back to receive this punt if they do, in fact, punt.
It looks like they are going for it.
And both returners running up to the line of scrimmage, 4th and 9, a risky play call here. Boshart just staying deep, but they will end up punting, just trying to get it over their head. Not much distance to it. It rolls across the 50.
That is a really good punt.
And down at the 37-yard line, that's where the Blue Devils will begin.
Yeah, so we used to call this scan punt, right? If they give us a good look, we're going to go for it. If they have a returner back, then we're going to go for it. They brought both their returners up, which the quarterback now takes 2 steps back because he's now eligible to be a punter, and you don't want to get a block. And that was a heck of a punt by the quarterback there. We used this all the time when I was in college. I think my sophomore year we ran it like every 4th down, and it keeps from getting a good return, and if you can get a good punt out, you can pin teams. And this is actually very good for the Rockets right here to be able to put Danville back in their field position when they were so far down in their own field position.
Now the Blue Devils starting on the 37 for the second time tonight. A false start.
Delay a game.
Oh.
That is interesting.
And so in terms of rowdiness, perhaps the Danville crowd might have met their match tonight. The Lowellville Rockets crowd very invested in this game, made the trip out.
They are. They're loud. You can hear it. The atmosphere here is great. Facilities here are awesome here at Massillon. All right, 1st and 15 now. Not a position you want to be in, but you got to deal with it.
Puts a man in motion. The snap, hands it off to Delaughder. Delaughder puts his head down and picks up a couple extra. Looks like it'll be a pickup of about 5 or 6, about 5, so they get back to the original spot.
Yeah, so they run their power here. We see them run a lot of power. Wayne kicks out the end right there. Guard leads through with the linebacker. Nice hard run by Delaughder to get him to 2nd and 10. All right, we got cover 0 right here in a 2x2 set. I expect them to go over the top sooner than later.
5 minutes left. A quick rollout, a throw. Incomplete. Wesley Payne had it in his hands but dropped it.
So this is a great use of motion right here. You see they're in man coverage, so the guy's got to run with him, which he doesn't. They don't pass him off, and he ends up wide open for the old out route right there, and he's got to be able to come down with that. In situations like this and games like this, you got to be able to make those plays. And great use of motion right there. Confused Lowellville on the back end. Nobody ran with them in the man coverage, and Louisville got away with one right there.
Now Weckesser has 4 wide receivers. A pause. We'll see what's going on. Perhaps just a substitution issue as the referees return to their positions. 4 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first quarter. 0-0 score. Now Weckesser with 3 wide receivers wide right, looks to pass, looks over the middle, looks deep now. Pump fakes, takes it himself, wrapped up around the ankles, throws an interception at the 45, so Lowellville will take over. That was, sorry, let me find that.
Oh, this is huge right here. They go man with a robber down. They actually got a spy right there on Weckesser. What a play call right here. We've seen Weckesser do this throughout the games in the KMAC and get away with it. Did not get away with it here tonight. He's got to be a little smarter than that.
Josh Pazel, the sophomore.
Yeah, so I like the defensively what they did there, okay? They went man coverage. They actually covered everything on the back end. They brought the safety down as a spy on Weckesser because we know he likes to run at the same time. So Weckesser couldn't run because the spy was there and forced him into a bad decision. Now we got Lowellville here in Danville territory.
Weckesser's 6th interception of the season. Now a snap.
Pass,
Ballone
touchdown.
Looking for a receiver. Has a deep cornerback open. Or the cornerback is burnt. The wide receiver makes a jumping catch. It looks like it's knocked out. Nate Stevens able to salvage that play. It looked like it was all over.
I'll tell you what a save here by the cornerback. But the quarterback's got to get rid of this a lot faster. Nate Stevens came down so far. You see it right there. He's got a 15-yard head start, and that's a far throw for a quarterback. I mean, that's a 45-yard throw to the end zone. Once he sees that DB come up, he's got to be able to set his feet, and throw. He was a little late on it, which floated it. Almost a great catch, but a good save by Nate Stevens to be able to play through the ball right there and get away with one, to say the least.
And with 4:38 left in the first quarter, it's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Ballone alone in the backfield has 5 wide receivers. The snap, looks to pass, rolls out because there's pressure. Kendall Carter hot on his trail right at the line of scrimmage is going to be brought down. I believe it's a pickup of 1.
Yeah, they went a little empty set here. And just gets a little pressure in his face right here. Nobody's really open. They run a dig, a train concept up top, so a dig and 2 5-yard ends. Danville does a good job covering it, but the pressure in his face, being able to escape outside the pocket. Now this is a huge third down for Danville right here.
3rd and 9. We've seen them aggressive even on 4th and 9, trying to pick up that yardage, but eventually punting, putting out an aggressive-looking front.
Here's that strong pistol look that we've seen a couple times already.
The snap, a handoff, looks like to Perry. Perry will pick up a few, bring up 4th down.
So they run the triple option here. So quarterback's going to read the defensive end first. Defensive end crashes, he's going to keep it. Defensive end stays contained, he's going to hand it off. So the defensive end stayed contained there. He handed it off for a couple of yards. So the triple option off of it, if the quarterback does end up keeping it, he is then in pitch relationship with the running back. And there's an outside linebacker that you're not going to block. Quarterback pitches off him, and that's kind of how the triple option works.
Now
this is
4th
huge.
And 7. It looks like this time they are going to go for it. He has 4 wide receivers in Ocasio on his left hip. The snap looks to pass. Pressure on him. A throw towards the sideline, just skips towards the receiver, so it will be a turnover on downs.
They run a flood swap concept here. So the first guy's running a go route, second guy runs a 5-yard out, and the third guy runs a 10-yard out. Danville runs this concept too. So Danville was well prepared for this, and when you face it in practice so many times, you know it's coming. So Danville did a good job on the back end, and that was a huge stop for them. Got away with one on the trick play over the top, but it is what it is, and you move on from it, and that's what Danville did, and now they have great field position right here.
So perhaps the biggest test the Blue Devils have faced all season. With 1 wide receiver wide to his right and Delaughder on his right hip. Weckesser snaps it and hands it off to Delaughder, who sees space, gets a 1st down and more. An extra good 15 yards on top of the 1st down.
Yeah, great run here by Delaughder. This is why his first team running back in the Central District in D7. He's going to make the unblock guy miss. And when they bring people down the box, there's always one guy you can't block. And usually you leave the safety or the corner unblocked in that scenario. And I'm leaving one-on-one with anybody with Cole Delaughder in front of him because we know how hard this kid runs. We know how athletic he is. And we saw him make the guy miss there and have a great game.
Cole Delaughder has been known to punish people all season long. We got an opportunity to talk with him in the booth last week. He was our MVP player of the game. Just a good kid. I mean, selfless, good head on his shoulders.
Absolutely. He's a great kid, and a great representation of this Danville team. And
And so a notification has been made to the scorekeepers to not begin the 40-second play clock until the play is over.
Yeah, I think they've been starting it early, which maybe that's why Danville got the delay game penalty to start off the drive before.
And inside of 3 minutes now, the snap. Weckesser looking to pass, a little dump pass to Caleb Lucas. No, Josh Byers incomplete.
They just run an over concept. Guy on the right runs a go route, flat route, and then you have your over route from Caleb Lucas right there. He has him in the flat. He just gets a little pressure in his face, and he's unable to make the throw.
So that's going to bring up second down and about 10, ball on the 34-yard line. So the Blue Devils inside of Rocket territory.
I expect eventually a pop pass is going to come with the tight end, because you get so much man coverage, and if there's so much run at you, your eyes tend to go towards the run, and you might be able to slip out.
And Weckesser just takes it himself, picks up a few, brings up third down, a pickup of about, looks like 5.
But what I was saying earlier is I'm expecting a pop pass, not now, maybe a little later in the game. But once you get the defense so focused on the run and you're in cover 0 like that, man coverage, your eyes tend to go to the backfield. So you give a nice fake, a nice ride down the middle with the running back. You pull it right over the top to the tight end. No safety there.
Now the snap, hands it off to Delaughder. Delaughder sneaks outside on the edge, brought down right at the 11-yard line, I believe. So a huge pickup of 18 for Cole Delaughder. He's been rolling tonight.
Yeah, so they run pin pull on the outside here, seal the edge. He ends up getting around to the edge, and then obviously, like I said, one-on-one with a safety or a corner. That's a tough tackle for that corner or safety to make, and Danville's O-line does a very good job right there. Gavin Lepley was actually a first-team Central District O-line selection for Division 7 too, so that says a lot about this Danville team and all the selections that they did have.
Granting some assurance to the backfield, a quick jet sweep to Briar Bossart. Briar Bossart picks up about 3 yards until he's finally brought down inside the 10. So now the Blue Devils breathing down the neck of the end zone of the Rockets.
Briar Bossart was actually a first-team defensive selection for the Central District Division 7. So,
a star-studded football team.
I mean, I saw the list come out this week, and they have some honorable mention and special mention guys too, and that says a lot about this program and, I mean, why they're here today. It's they got a lot of athletes on the field, and guys that are willing to do it all.
2nd and 7, a handoff to Burke. Burke sneaks into the end zone, but a fumble right at the goal line. I thought he was through. We'll see what they say. It's where the ball crosses the end zone.
I think they call.
Let's take another look right here.
Yeah, so a great play call here. They run counter.
Oh, yeah, that's close.
I think they called it a touchdown on the field. Oh,
close.
Wow.
So Danville leading this one 6-0. What do you think? I personally think he might have been in.
I don't know. That's tough to call. And we obviously don't have review here in high school, but man, so close.
Tough one. Now Weckesser in the gun, hands it off to Delaughder, pushing through, picks up the 2-point conversion. So Danville leading this one 8-0 over the Lowellville Rockets. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543. 627-0543.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder and Payton Vanderkooi with the OH report. We just witnessed an Aiden Burke touchdown followed up by a Cole Delaughder two-point conversion. The kickoff is up, and Jukes inside, brought down at the 25-yard line, hard to the ground.
Big drive by Danville to get that fourth down stop, be able to drive down the field and put some points on the board, which is huge. And going back to that touchdown run, they're lucky he called it a touchdown on the field because it was close. And you know, in situations like this, you better make sure you put two hands on the ball going 5 yards through the end zone because you just don't know what the refs see and what they don't see at this level. And, you know, we've seen some questionable calls through the past weeks recently too, so you just don't know. And, you know, luckily they gave him the touchdown there, and now Danville has their lead.
And now Ballone with two wide receivers and Ocasio on his hip, hands it off to Rivera. Ocasio hit at the line, picks up about 2 and brought out of bounds.
Yeah, so they run pin pull to the boundary over here. We saw Danville do this earlier with Delaughder, but it's just a penetration from Danville. It's again, we talk about it all the time how good this Danville run defense is, and it's hard to get that run game going. We saw it last week against a Springfield team that, you know, had a pretty good run game that came in, and they shut them down pretty good. So I think the success is going to have to become, you know, throwing the ball over the top for this Lowellville team, and we've seen some guys open. They just haven't made the plays.
And Ballone snaps, looks left, beats him over the middle. It's a short throw, incomplete. Wow. Would have been a huge pickup, a pickup of about 25 yards if completed. It was Matthew Lucido, the intended receiver.
I'll tell you what, Ballone's just a half second too late on his throws. The receiver hit the post route right there, and he was open by a step or two. The ball just came late. Corner did a great job recovering off of that and just threw it behind him. The timing seems a little bit off. Now, I haven't watched his Lowellville team all year, so I can't say how the timing's been all year, but to me, the timing is just a little bit off on these throws. He's taking a little extra hitch in his back step, which you don't ideally want that. You want to hit the back foot, get rid of it.
And now a quick handoff, but he's getting free, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, crosses the 50 into Danville territory, brought down at the 46-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, so they run almost like a sprint counter here. So quarterback's going to act like he's sprinting out to the left. Running back's going to take one step to the left, go to the right. You try to get that flow to the left and then sneak that running back behind that guard in a huge gain. Great play call there for Lowellville.
This is not a Danville team that's faced a lot of pass this season. How do you think they're adapting to even the possibility of having a pass on the play?
You know, it's their DBs are recovering great on the throws, and they've made the plays so far to be able to negate those plays.
And now another throw to Lucido. It's just short, blocked, incomplete. That was Wesley Payne. Beat for just half a second, but ended up making the stop. End of the first quarter. We're going to take a quick break. Danville leading this one 8-0.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
cueing you in here, 2nd and 10 after the first quarter, the incomplete pass. A quick false start call will back Lowellville up.
And on that last go ball that Ballone threw right there, you want to see him get the ball out a little sooner. You can tell the arm strength isn't quite there yet, and as a quarterback, you want to be able to get the ball out early so the receiver can end up running underneath the ball. And you don't want to throw a go ball and the receiver has to come back to it, and that's what we saw there on that last one. Now it was good defense, great coverage by the corner there. He was right on him, so the receiver wasn't open one bit, but.
And now Ballone with the wide receiver wide to his left and to his right. That's Dabney and Lucindo. The snap looks to pass once again, realizing they're getting the better of these cornerbacks. But now pocket collapsing. There's pressure. He can't find anyone to throw to. A throw towards the sideline, out of bounds, hits a guy with the downs marker.
Yeah, smart play there for him. Just throw the ball away. I'll tell you what, Danville's doing a good job containing Ballone right here. And they only rushed 3 right there. They ended up dropping 8 guys. So nothing was open on the back end. Great defense call there by Danville. Now you're at 3rd and long here.
3rd and 15, ball on the 48, the Blue Devil 48.
Going with an empty set here.
5 wide receivers. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Alone in that backfield, Ballone. The snap, looks to pass. Looks to his left. Shakes outside the pocket, crosses the line of scrimmage, picks up a few. Looks like a pickup of about maybe 2.
Yeah, you can tell Ballone wants to run and back in the pocket. You see his eyes are going a million miles per hour back there trying to read the defense and find somebody that's open. And, he just wants to take off and run, which you saw there, and got tripped up there. Now we got 4th down, and you're expecting they're either going to go for it or going to do that quick kick again. This would be dangerous to go for it right here on 4th and 14. Oh, they moved to the punt. Okay.
So into the punt formation, Boshart running back to receive the punt. The snap, punt is a line drive, end over end, inside the 20, inside the 10 now, inside the 5. They will stop them at the 1.
Wow, what a punt there. We've seen great punts on both sides now, and, that's a tough one for the returner, the field right there. A line drive and, got the right kick, and now Danville starts at their own 1. So smart decision to punt the ball there. Like I said, you don't want to give Danville the ball with short field to work with, and, you want to make them earn every point that they have, and 99 yards is where we're at.
A long, long way. So 1st and 10, ball on the 2 is where it's officially spotted. 10:53 left in the second quarter. Weckesser under center. A handoff to Delaughder. Delaughder just puts his head down, crosses the line of scrimmage, picks up a good 9 yards on the run.
I mean, Danville's O-line, just look at the push that they get in the middle right here. Nice pancake block over the nose tackle, and then you got Delaughder running hard, and that's the one. I mean, and Lowellville knew they were going to run the ball, which is more impressive on the offensive end for your O-line to be able to create those gaps for your running back. And now you're 2nd and short right now.
A couple of comments from the fan zone. Damian Loop saying, keep your head up, Blue. Linda Oswald saying, go Blue. Leave us a comment on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll be happy to feature that on our broadcast tonight. A quick pitch out to Delaughder. Delaughder shakes back inside.
There's a hold.
And flag on the play.
Yeah, the corner there, number 11, Braylon Dabney does a good job jumping inside on the receiver out there, making the toss, cut back in, and he was held. So good defensive play by the corner, and how aggressive he was. And you never like to see penalties, right? And we talked about Danville and their penalty problems. Not lately, though. They've seemed to have it fixed the past couple of games. Now they have a couple of delay game penalties, a couple false start penalties, and now they have this holding call that's going to move back to 2nd and 5 now. And this would be a huge stop for Lowellville if they can get it, because you stop them down here of not getting a first down, then they have to punt, and you're going to get the ball in their territory. So
So 9:50 left in the second quarter. Weckeser, 2nd and 7, rolls out to his right, just following Delaughder. Cuts inside, cuts outside, has some room, crosses the 20-yard line before he's eventually pushed out at the 24. So a pickup of about 19 for Walker Weckeser.
Yeah, so they're stacking the box right here. So let's run some quarterback outside zone. Nicely blocked right there by Delaughder. And Weckeser, obviously we know how athletic and skilled he is. And to be able to come back from that interception he threw earlier, to be able to move the chains right there. So if they're clogging everything up inside, that means running on the outside is there. It's opposite too. If running on the outside is not there, you can run in the inside. If they bring their safeties down, go cover 0, the shot over the top's there. So here they go, empty set here. Now they bring Delaughder back.
Weckeser with 3 wide receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Delaughder on his left hip snaps the ball, looks to pass for a receiver. Delaughder on almost a pitch, brought down at the 27-yard line. Pickup of about 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Great play there by the linebacker to sniff this out. We know how good Danville is in their whole screen game, and they end up running it here, and that linebacker does a good job reading his keys and seeing that the linemen leave a little bit early, and ended up making a great play right there. So to come back from giving up a nice 10-yard gain there to Danville, to make that play to put it in 2nd and 9 is huge.
Now with 3 receivers, Weckeser sets his offense. The snap, hands it off to Delaughder. Delaughder hit right at the line. Fumble, ball's out. Flag on the play.
Nope, it's
3
fumble.
flags on the play.
Nope, they're throwing for a fumble.
Oh, fumble.
They got it back. I'll tell you what, the center and guard are double teaming this nose, and if your center and guard if your nose tackle can take up a double team with the center and guard, it opens up your linebackers to be able to fill right there. And that's what you saw right there with the center and guard. The guard didn't come off on his double team to the linebacker, so the linebacker shot the gap and ended up making a play right there and caused a fumble. So if you can have a nose tackle that can eat up some double teams, it's beneficial to run this 3-3. It looks like they're running the 3-3 or 3-4 here, 3-4 front.
Now 3rd and 8.
False start.
Several flags, false start. Both sides have a reaction to that one. Another look.
Yeah, it looks like the tackle just leaves a little bit early right there. Now we're here in 3rd and long. Again, we talked about the penalty situations here, and you never want to put yourself in 3rd and long situations. So
4th penalty of the half for Danville so far. They've managed to retain a lead here. Now 3rd and 13.
Safety high here. They don't cover 1, it looks like. Yep.
Weckeser's snap, hands it off to Burke. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, continuing to fight. Still picking up yardage, brought down at the 27. A pickup of about 8.
Nice hard run there by Aiden Burke. Obviously, you saw the nose tackle almost get him. Linebacker almost makes a play on him, and he takes a couple of guys for a ride right there and gets him to 4th and 4 at least. So nice hard run for Aiden Burke, who scored that touchdown earlier for the Blue Devils.
Now in the punt formation, Michael Ballone and Matthew Lucido, 2 seniors back to receive this one.
Oh.
This one will drop and sit right around the 38-yard line.
Punt returner should have caught that one. Obviously, it only bounced a couple of yards, but we saw earlier where the ball can bounce and not your favor. And this was definitely a catchable punt right here, and not sure why he ran away from it, but Lowellville has the ball on the 38-yard line now.
Perhaps it's just cold and it hurts, you know, hits you in the arm
if you're a punt returner, though, you're back there for a reason, and that's to catch the ball, and no matter if you call it fair catch or not, because any yard is huge, and especially in a game like this, every yard matters. And you know, the ball bounces 3 yards or 15 yards behind you, those yards matter.
Now the snap, Ballone rolls out to his left. Pressure is there, trying to find daylight, slips through, hit the line, brought down around the 48, pickup of about 10, so Ballone able to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, so they go the pistol set here, and this is designed right here, so he fakes it to the running back and gets outside. He's a quick guy, and we know he wants to use his feet and ends up getting outside there. Bosart almost makes a great play on the outside, but it's just about a yard off from making that play. So
now 2nd and 2. Two tight receivers. The snap, hands it off to Rivera Ocasio, who takes it across the 50, brought down at the 46.
Yep, so they just run the triple option here again. Reading the defensive end that they're leaving unblocked right there. He sits, so that means handoff, and you get a nice little gain out of it.
So another first down for the Rockets. Both teams still with 3 timeouts left as we come within that 6 minutes of the half. A quick throw to Lucido. Lucido pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Great play call, great read right here, man. Ballone sees it early, man. I mean, they're just playing back. The outside linebacker doesn't go to the flats quick enough, and just get it out to your guy on now and go. I mean, that's the easiest way to do it, and it seems like Ballone's a smart kid and knows where to go with the ball. And if you can get him quick passes like that on the outside and just let his guys work, I think they can find some great success off of that.
Now 2nd and 3 with 3 wide receivers wide to his left and 1 wide to his right. The snap, a quick handoff to Gino Perry. Gino Perry wrapped up and brought down around the 40. A pickup of about 1, going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Yeah, they come back to that sprint counter right here that they had success on early. And you saw Weckeser just stays home right there and gets through the block, and Danville was expecting it, right? I mean, it's hard to run 2 plays great against this Danville team, and because they end up fixing whatever they need to get fixed and are extremely disciplined, especially on the defensive end, and knowing what their job is and doing their job at the same time.
Now another look at the same set. The snap, hands it off to Rivera Ocasio this time. He's brought down at the 34.
Nice hard run again up the gut. See it right here. Running the zone read. The tight end actually, they run a split run concept here where the tight end actually kicks the end out and get a nice little gain. So Lowellville's O-line holding their own this drive in the middle.
1st and 10, ball on the 34. Lowellville progressing down the field quickly. A quick throw out to number 11, Braylon Dabney. Braylon Dabney gets wrapped up inside the 20, taken down at the 18-yard line.
I mean, this is all pre-snap here by Ballone. I mean, it's just they run a smash concept, and you said, this is all pre-snap. He's seeing the corners bailed off. The outside linebacker's not getting over there fast enough, so I'm literally just going to catch the ball, throw my hitch out there, and let my guy work. And you saw right there how athletic they are on the outside. And I think this is all Ballone has to do is pre-snap decisions. Where am I going to go with the ball? Quick game seems like his best choice right now because he knows where to go with the ball. And get the ball out to your guys and let them run. And they're having success in the middle right here, and that's probably why the outside linebackers aren't getting to the flats quick enough because they have to run, get the pass on the outside.
1st and 10 inside the 20 for the first time tonight. A quick false start will back up the Rockets 5 yards.
Can't have negative plays. This is a great drive right here by Lowellville, and you just can't shoot yourself in the foot like that. You can't put yourself in 1st and 15. It's just never. It's hard to come back from. It's possible, obviously, to come back from, but it's never a spot you want to put yourself in, especially on a drive where you have a lot of momentum right now, and that can kill momentum sometimes as penalties like that. That's just, again, you got to know the snap count.
Ballone alone in the backfield. The Rockets, for the first time tonight, threatening to do some real damage to the Blue Devils. Looks to pass, pump fakes, a fade pass towards the end zone. Incomplete. These fans want to pass interference.
Yeah, so they run a smash concept. So you got a hitch on the outside, a corner from number 2 down there in the slot, and he pumps to the hitch that he thrown earlier, trying to get that corner up. The safety does a good job knowing his role, though, staying over top of that because the corner came down on that hitch, which they were expecting it, which means opens up the corner, but that safety right there did a heck of a job keeping everything in front of them and making sure that nothing got behind them. So
2nd and 15 after taking the shot. Ball on the 23, threatening to get back inside of this red zone of the Blue Devils. The snap, looks for a receiver once again. Ballone pump fakes. Now he shakes outside, pocket collapsing. Pressure's there. He's heading back even further and further. He's just going to throw it. But it's completed.
Oh, we might roughing the
passer. And there's a late flag towards the passer. We'll see what that is. I can't believe that it was actually completed.
Might have roughing the passer here. I didn't see the Ballone on the back end here.
Let's take another look. Just took all the time in the world.
You can't really tell there. See what the ref calls here.
So all that for a pickup of a couple, perhaps more after the penalty.
Yeah, they called roughing the passer on Danville.
Ooh, and that stings.
Yeah, that's tough. Again, we talk about these penalties. Like you can't see it on the replay here, but he just hits him a little too late. I think he hit him high in the head. So first down
10.
now, and we talked about these penalty problems with Danville, and now here we are, and
ball on the 10-yard line. Some discussion being had.
The yard markers should be.
So they're discussing whether or not.
Well, the yard markers should be out because it's short of the 10-yard line still. Yeah. Yeah, the yard markers need to be. Yeah, because it's short of the 10, so it's not goal-to-go situation. It's short of the 10 by like a couple inches, which means you could still get a first down. And the chain gang was not ready for that. So that's the situation that happened there.
So just by inches outside of the 10 now, we will begin 1st and 10, ball on the 11. The snap. Ballone, a quick pass looking for it.
Ooh.
Receiver wasn't ready for it. Matthew Lucido.
Yeah, they just throw a quick hitch out there. And he tries to throw it to the outside shoulder, which is what you want to do. Again, that's kind of a timing route, too. So you saw the receiver hitch right there for a second. He probably thought he was going to break it off a little bit early, and that's why the ball was placed there. So, because that's a ball, that's a route you don't want to throw late because the corner can jump it. So you want to throw it before he gets out of his break. So looks like a miscommunication on the outside between the two of them.
Now Ballone with Rivera Ocasio behind him. The snap hands it off to Rivera Ocasio. Pickup of about 1, continuing to push forward, maybe 2. Bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, they run power here. Try to kick out the end. Guard doesn't do a great job there. Head on the wrong side. You want to see it on the inside shoulder because that's where the running back's going. He put it on the outside shoulder, so he got beat over top of his face right there. Now, huge 3rd down play right here.
3rd and 7, inside of 3 minutes now.
Danville's just got to stay disciplined on the back end here, and no penalties.
The snap looks to pass towards that right sideline. Lucido just slips out of his fingertips. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they just throw a pylon comeback here, which is a smart call, actually. You self-fade with fear the receiver. You come back, and Ballone's just high on his throw here. Thought he had him early. But his shoulder right there, he tends to dip it back a little bit, which means you sail it high sometimes. So he needs to come through on his throw with that right shoulder and really drive through, that core right there to be able to get that throw down. Big play right here, 4th down.
Now call me Coach Vanderkooi, but threatening to win the lead in the middle 8.
Oh, it's all about the middle 8. I love the middle 8. Middle 8's where it's at. And for those of you that don't know, the middle 8 is you got to win the last 4 minutes of the first half and win the first 4 minutes of the second half. And statistically, if you do that, you tend to win a lot of football games. And the reason is there's a lot of momentum that can be taken going into halftime. When you score points, and then coming out of halftime, setting the tone too, for the rest of the ball game. And that middle 8 is so crucial, especially in a game like this where it's so close. And we've seen some great football tonight, and I expected this, though. I expected a lot of fireworks and a lot of great athletes on the field right now, and that's what we're seeing tonight. And that's the reason why these two teams are here right now, and both obviously have had great seasons so far, and we're in a dogfight right now. And this is obviously have the spectators. It's great to see and fun to see. I know how hectic it can be for coaches and players too, because I've been in those spots too at the same time. And it's literally play by play at this moment. Is every play is crucial, and it gets hectic as a coach knowing that. And
after the Lowellville timeout, Ballone alone in the backfield. This crowd awakening. The roar looks to pass. Lucas quick off that edge. Ballone slips out.
He's got a guy in the back of the end zone.
And finds Lucido in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. 6-8.
I mean, that's just a guy playing quarterback that's just making plays with his feet. And it's hard for Danville to stay in their responsibilities for so long. A little scramble drill, and he finds his guy in the back of the end zone right here. Obviously, you see he didn't like anything to the field. Run around. Danville doesn't get too much pressure on him. Seems like he's going to run to the front of the pylon, just flips one up for his guy on the back line. And what a play by Ballone there to keep the play alive on fourth down and score a touchdown.
Now going for 2 after the Matt Lucido touchdown. The snap, Ballone again rolling out to his right. A quick throw. It's completed to Braylon Dabney, picking up the 2-point conversion inside of 3 minutes left in this first half. We're going to take a break. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce, Coder, Payton, Vanderkooi with the OH Report. Score now tied at 8-8 between the Danville Blue Devils and Lowellville Rockets.
Oh! Wow.
Almost.
What a setup there. What a kick. Almost had it. Nice little pooch kick. This is something you see on film, right? This is like the left wing, is too far inside, and this is a hole we can find. You have to have the perfect kick to do it, and that was the perfect kick. It took the right bounce for Danville, and luckily got on top of it. But to go back to that touchdown and 2-point conversion, especially a 2-point conversion, they run a spread-out smash concept, had a 5-yard out corner route. Ballone, so quick in his decision-making, throws it on a rope, and strong hands by the receiver right there. And now we have ourselves a ball game all tied up, 8-8.
8-8.
Yeah.
First and 10. Ball at the 38. A quick handoff to Delaughder. Delaughder slips inside, breaks a tackle or two, brought down at the 45-yard line. Pickup of about 7.
Delaughder can be so physical, but he's so patient too at the same time. You see it right here, right? He's patient. His vision hits the hole and gets what he needs to get. Waits for his blocks to unfold, and then sees the hole and hits it hard.
Now Weckesser with 3 wide receivers wide to his left, hands it off once again to Delaughder. Delaughder puts his head down and inches towards that 50-yard line, brought down around the 49 for a pickup of about 4, gets himself a first down.
Yeah, just trying to move the chains here, run a little power, kick out the defensive end. Nice hard run here by Delaughder. We've got a minute 45 left now. Kind of running the 2-minute drill. You want to put points on the board if you're Danville before half.
Now with the pressure on, a tie ball game. The snap, Weckesser looks to pass, a deep ball to Caleb Lucas, hits the defensive back, and it's broken up.
Yeah, they run a 4 verticals concept here. They try to hit Caleb Lucas on the back end right here. He just underthrows him, has kind of a step. but it gets underthrown, and a nice little play right there. Good job by the DB not to make contact with the receiver, because that's tough too. On underthrown balls to a receiver, the DB gets a little handsy sometimes because the receiver is usually trying to come back and fight for the ball. So DB does a good job not, creating that contact before the ball got there.
Now with 2 in the backfield, Weckesser puts Boshart in motion, rolls out, looks to run, following Aiden Burke, makes a hurdle, continuing to push, has room, pushed out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So with 1:20 and stopped, the Blue Devils are inside the 30.
So it's almost like a quarterback pin pull action here. I'm going to have to see this again, the run action. No, it's just quarterback outside zone. And Byers does a good enough job to help seal the edge a little bit, and then obviously the athleticism from Weckesser being able to hurdle a defender. And now they're in scoring position here at the 25 they have plenty of time left too. They don't need to rush here, plenty of time.
Wesley Norris and Josh Byers Jr. out on that right side. The snap. Weckesser takes it himself, hit at that line, brought down at the 25, no gain. So a minute and 10 running. Blue Devils still with 3 timeouts left. We'll see when they decide to use that first one.
They do like a zone read, and then Weckesser does what he's supposed to do. The end crash down on the running back. He pulls it. Now the DB, the corner out there, does a good job making the play on him, because if the corner wasn't there and being disciplined on the back end, Weckesser's gone for a touchdown. So Danville called a timeout right here with a minute 09 left. 1:09 left. It looks like they got 2 more timeouts left. With a minute 4, they got a minute 14 now.
We'd like to take a second to thank all of our sponsors for always allowing us to be live and free. We'd like to thank Danville Feed and Supply, your local source for all of your hardware, lumber, and feed needs. Spearman Financial Services, Delagrange Landscaping, and General Construction. We specialize in creating unique living spaces. Our goal is to enhance your house and make it your dream home. The Bottleneck Bar and Grill, Danville Tire and Alignment for all your automotive and light truck service and repairs. Go Blue Devils, the Hangout, and Killbuck Savings Bank. Now Weckesser, the snap following Delaughder again, just taking it himself outside. Pickup of about 2, I believe. It's hard to see from that angle, but it'll bring up 3rd down all the same.
Same play ideally ran where he got a big gain just a couple plays ago, and smart to get out of bounds there, get the clock stopped. Now we have 3rd and short right here. You know what? We're seeing Aiden Burke a lot tonight. He was actually split out on the end over there, and we're seeing him more than we usually have the past few games. So
perhaps some fresh legs or just another asset on the field even.
I mean, he scored a touchdown earlier, so.
Now Danville
Lowellville
will take a timeout. They have 1. The Blue Devils have 2 remaining. So 3rd and 2.
Yeah, this is a big play right here for both squads. And, we talk about the middle eight, obviously, and obviously Lowellville's up 8-0 on that. And this can be a huge momentum gain for Danville if they can convert on this drive right here. And, it's the same thing for Lowellville. If they can get a huge stop right here, they're going to take so much momentum going into halftime. So this play right here is huge for both squads. And, obviously, you want to burn the timeout to make sure you get the look that you want. You don't want guys out of position and, somebody to slip by and score. So you have those timeouts. You can't take them with you in the second half, so you got to use them one way or another.
What's been a tense game all night. I mean, it seems like even when Danville was winning, no one really pulled ahead in terms of level of play. It's pretty even.
It is. It is very even. I mean, you expect to see that in this round of the playoffs.
And now Delaughder alone in the backfield, takes the snap, has room inside the
touchdown.
10, all the way in for a touchdown.
Wow.
Blue Devils leading this one 14-8 over the Lowellville Rockets with 1 minute left in the second quarter.
It's just this quarterback outside zone that the Danville's been running, whether it's with Weckesser or Delaughder, and they've found great success off of this. Look at the blocking on the perimeter, though. Caleb Lucas with a great block. You got your receivers out there blocking, because quarterback outside zone doesn't work if your guys can't block on the perimeter. And that's been great for Danville tonight, whether it's with Weckesser or Delaughder. And so hats off to those receivers out there blocking.
And Delaughder once again alone in the backfield, pushing that line just short. So they
run quarterback counter there.
And so 14-8, Blue Devils leading this one with 1 minute left in the second. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Cutter with the OH Report. This kickoff is received around the 25-yard line. He's continuing to shake things up, breaks a tackle, trying to stay on his feet, wrapped up around the ankle, brought down around the 37. So, with 54 seconds, the Lowellville Rockets will have just under a minute to advance the ball, almost 62 yards if they want to match that Blue Devil touchdown.
I'll tell you what a tackle here by number 18, Aiden Mickley. The returner there was about to break off for probably a touchdown if he wasn't there on the cutback and grabbed just enough of his leg to stop him. And, Danville ended up with the
commendable effort, I mean.
It was. It's a huge play, too. And
got cleats.
Let's see what Lowellville does here.
Alone in the backfield, 5 wide receivers, maybe looking to pick up some big yardage right off the bat. A snap, looks to pass, looking to roll out one-on-one with Burke, just brought down around the 38, wasn't able to get out of bounds, so it's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, he just rolls left, and you either want to see your quarterback throw the ball away or get to the sidelines right now in moments like this, right? Because you're fighting time, and you only have a timeout left. So
inside of 30 seconds now, looks to pass a quick ball over to the end, just runs out of bounds. Matt Lucido with the completion.
And that's great by the receiver right there to get out of bounds. That's what Ballone should have did the play before. Either throw the ball away or run out of bounds, right? Because you just killed 20 seconds off the clock getting tackled inbounds for a 2-yard gain. Trust me, a 2-yard gain is not worth it with a minute 10 left in the half, and now you're down to 23 seconds with a timeout left. So
23 seconds, 3rd and 3, ball on their own 47. A race against the clock to get down this field. The snap, rolls out, looks to pass, finds Lucido. Lucido completes it, crosses the 50 before going out of bounds. Will pick up the first down, 17 seconds left.
Gets the first down here, gets upfield. Again, you just want to see him get enough and get out of bounds and not try to do too much because you're fighting time, and now you have 17 seconds. If you have a timeout, you can threaten the middle of the field here because you do have that timeout left. So let's see if Danville's been a lot of too high safeties here, so the middle of the field's been open majority of the time. Let's see if they attack it.
Once again alone, looks to pass, a quick throw to Lucido, his favorite receiver.
Timeout.
Brought down at the 44. They're trying to get to this line quickly. I don't know why. Perhaps a spike.
Yeah,
5 seconds left.
What a tackle out there to keep him in bounds so the clock doesn't stop, and now they have to burn that timeout.
And you could see he was trying to let that referee know he never went out of bounds. Keep the clock running.
That was a great tackle there by Wesley Payne, and to make them burn that timeout, which is huge. And now you have 5 seconds left, so now you might be looking at like a Hail Mary right here. Hook and ladder. I expect a hook and ladder because we've seen Ballone and his arm strength, and I don't know if he can get it to the end zone here from 50-some yards out. So you might see a hook and ladder here, so maybe a curl or a dig, and then you have a shallow route coming underneath that, pitch it to him, and try to score that way. So we'll see what Lowellville ends up doing here.
So Lowellville takes their last timeout. Be sure to stay with us through halftime. We'll have analysis stats as well as showing both halftime shows for the bands. Second and 7, 5 seconds left. Ball on the Blue Devil 46-yard line. 5 wide receivers, looks to pass, rolls out as the pocket collapses. A throw over the middle, incomplete, so that is where things will end for the first half. Blue Devils leading this one 14-8 over the Lowellville Rockets in round 3 of the Region 25 OHSAA playoff tournament. Stay tuned with us. We'll have the marching band show, halftime stats, analysis, and so much more. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
The word is out, and the Blue Devil Band is ready to show the world our rendition of Bad by Michael Jackson.
My Steelers one. Don't take that one. That one's a collectible one. Yeah, I know.
The Blue Devil Band is here with our Color Garden Twirlers, and they're ready to dance on the floor to the hit song, Billie Jean. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. The Blue Devil Band is on the field. This is Thriller. Put your hands together for the marching Blue Devils as they jam out to Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Bryce Coder, Payton Vanderkooi with the Bottleneck Bar and Grill halftime show. Danville leading this one 14-8 over the Lowellville Rockets here at Massillon Perry Stadium in Massillon, Ohio. Perry High School. Blue Devils picking up a big first touchdown, converting that 2-point conversion, but within 3 minutes left, the Lowellville Rockets were able to make it back up with their own touchdown and 2-point conversion, but eventually Danville picking up that last touchdown in the last minute of the half, unable to convert the 2-point conversion. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Lowellville with 8 first downs, 45 passing yards, 66 rushing yards for a total of 111. Total yards, 0 turnovers, 2 penalties, and 10 penalty yards. The Blue Devils, 4 first downs, 2 passing yards. Yes, 2, but 183 rushing yards. Cole Delaughder himself has 95 of those for a grand total of 185 yards, 1 turnover on the interception, 5 penalties, and 40 penalty yards. So Danville with the lead in this one, but we were talking about it, not really any clear edge in this game yet.
There hasn't been, and I expected that coming in though. It's once you get to this spot in the playoffs, I mean, you have 2 very good football teams that are very disciplined in what they do, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And I mean, you can look at the stats right now. Danville's had a lot of success rushing the ball. Obviously, that quarterback outside zone, whether it's with Delaughder or Weckesser, is working out for him. But then you have Lowellville on the other side, and they got to find something to get this offense going. And I know they've scored 8 points already, but I think what Danville's doing defensively is they're leaving the middle of the field open because they're playing 2 safeties. So we call it middle of the field open when there's 2 high safeties. When there's 1 high safety, we call it middle of the field closed. So the middle of the field is open. Now, for Lowellville, what I would do is run more quick passes. It seems as when Ballone has longer progressions and more drop-back passes, he's struggling to decide to go with the football. So I'd give him more quick passes to begin with and then open it up that way and let him use his legs, too, at the same time because they've had success off of that. But then we got to look at the penalties for Danville, right? 5 for 40. We've talked about it before, not the past couple of weeks, though, because they've actually done a very good job of staying away from them. But here we are with 5 for 40. So hopefully that gets fixed at halftime for the second half. I expect it does because, again, Danville, very disciplined football team and, well coached all the way around. So I expect an exciting second half, though. And I think Lowellville gets the ball to start the second half, too. So I expect some fireworks this second half, and both teams are going to play their hearts out and give it all they got because it's win or go home at this point.
So some other scores relevant to today's game: Cary and Columbus Grove 24-14. But looking at the Northmore Golden Knights and Garroway Pirates, Garroway leading 42-0 over the Northmore Golden Knights. Shelby Whippets trailing 7-35 against the Glenville Tar Blooders, a unique mascot, needless to say. And so both sides coming back onto the field. Lowellville will receive. Danville kicking things off.
Surprise onside kick here. We haven't seen Danville do that in a while. It's been a few weeks, but they can do it.
What a shock that would be.
It would be.
Walker Weckesser kicking things away for the Blue Devils. This one, low kick, picked up around the 25-yard line, dances around, wrapped up and brought down on the 33-yard line. Braylon Dabney, the person receiving that kick.
You never want to see your kick returner juking around 9-10 times back there when he catches it. As a kick returner, you want to catch the ball, get upfield, one cut and go type stuff, and just read your block and go. Once you start dancing around back there, the kicking team eventually rallies you up. And obviously, he didn't even get that many yards from where he caught it. I think he caught it at the 28-yard line, and he tackled at the 34. So that's literally only a 6-yard return off of that. So
now 1st and 10, Ballone with 3 men around him and 2 wide receivers. Snaps it, looks for a quick pass, finds Dabney on the completion. Dabney dances a bit and is pushed out at the 39.
They got to continue to work that quick pass. Like I said at the half, it's Ballone's better when those quick passes, and he has to get the ball up because pre-snap he can read. Okay, the corner's playing 8 yards off soft. I can bang this hitch in there, go through his drop, and there's no time to think. It's pre-snap. Okay, boom. Here's where I'm going with the football. So I continue to do that, and just different routes, slants. You can do hitches, out routes, all types of stuff through there.
So a switch up between the wide receivers. Now Dabney in motion behind the quarterback, rolling out a pitch behind the line of scrimmage, wrapped up, just barely stays up on his feet, brought down at the 45. I think that will give them a first down.
Yeah, so a different way to run the triple option here. They bring the receiver in motion here as the pitch man in crash, so the quarterback kept it, and then the outside backer came up, so that means Ballone had to pitch it over to number 11, who – what's his name again? Number 11. Braylon
Dabney.
Braylon Dabney is when he has the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. And we've seen that when he's caught a hitch, and obviously right there too. So it looks like they're trying to get him involved early, which is nice to see.
Receivers close to that line of scrimmage. Now Ballone rolls out, running backwards at the pressure of Lucas, looking for a receiver, just runs out of bounds at the 40, so he loses 5 yards.
Yeah, he's got to throw the ball away. So they run this sprint out smash concept that they got on the 2-point conversion. So you have an out route from the outside guy and a corner route right there. Gets pressure, good pressure right there by Caleb Lucas. Now throw the ball out of bounds. Again, you can't put yourself in negative yardage there. So he just lost 3 yards when he could just tossed the ball out of bounds and got to 2nd and 10.
So now it's 2nd and 14. It makes it. They're on their own 41-yard line.
As a quarterback, you got to know where the line of scrimmage is at, and that's got to be in your head too. And it's just got to be a little smarter.
So brief mental mistake. This time hands it off to Rivera Ocasio. Ocasio brought down at the 44. A pickup of about 3 brings up 3rd and about 11.
Here's their triple option here again. So the end decides to stay contained, and they give it a handoff. And so when that end decides to crash, that's when they keep it and can run their pitch relationship between their quarterback and whoever is back there, whether it's the running back or receiver that they put in motion.
So now it's 3rd down. The scoreboard wrongly says 3rd and 43. But it's 3rd and about 11, sorry.
Backside post is there if they want it.
And now the snap, rolling out to his right, looking for a receiver, throwing across the pocket to Rivera Ocasio, shakes a tackler, slips inside, sees some room, crosses the 40, brought down at the 36 of the Blue Devils. A huge pickup by Santino Rivera Ocasio on a throw from Ballone.
This was a broken play, and he just finds his check down to his running back somehow, and he does the rest of it. Nice run there by the running back, breaking a couple of tackles to move the chains. That's a huge possession right there. I mean, look how athletic he is. You got a couple of Danville guys there trying to make the play, but he's just running hard.
1st and 10 on the 37, so momentum in the hands of the Rockets at the moment. The handoff to Rivera Ocasio. Ocasio brought down inside the 40 at the 30, or the 34, I'm sorry.
In this pistol look, they run actually outside zone down here to the boundary. And they actually pull their guard there, which is interesting. So lead blocker is the back running back in the pistol, and then he hands it to the guy beside him. Try to get outside a little bit.
Now Ballone has 4 wide receivers
so
out of the gun.
So here's your 2x2 set. You got 2 safeties. The middle of the field's open right here.
The snap, rolling out, looking for a receiver. Down the field, there's pressure from Byers and Lucas. Now Delaughder on the pressure, just throws it out. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Again, here's one of these drop-back progressions. They run a return concept, okay? So they're in a 2x2 set. The outside guys are running dig routes, actually. The inside guys in the slot are running they're called return routes. So you're going to fake a slant inside, and you're going to work back outside. And again, we see these dropbacks with Ballone, and once he has to get in these actual drop-back progressions, it seems that he doesn't know where to go with the ball when that happens. So I want to see more quick game. There's a lot of quick game you can run at a lot of different sets. Let's see if they go to it.
Now, once again, out of the gun. The snap, once again looking to pass. Pressure's there, A throw towards the sideline. He was in between the hash marks.
Yeah, so they ran a screen pass here to try to set it up here with the running back. He's got him right there. I don't know why he doesn't dump it off to the running back right there. I know there's a defender close, but that's the play call. Dump it to him and let him do what he does. And, he throws the ball away, which is smart. Obviously it puts you at 4th and 8 once you get in that situation. But
so just does dump it. The Danville fans, the crowd, wanting an intentional grounding. Ballone is alone in the backfield now on 4th and 8.
Middle of the field's open again here.
Defense showing blitz. Oh, a snap. Looks like it might be everybody but the center.
Yeah, all the receivers left. Yeah, that's tough right there. It seems like the center didn't snap the ball. There was about 8 people that moved, so.
And a bit of a misnomer, everybody but the center, meaning that the center just didn't snap the ball.
That's what it looked like. And now it puts you at 4th and 8. Now you're at 4th and long.
And now a pause called for by the officiating crew. Discussion being had. That backfield judge to the line judge. So the clock is being reset to 8:09. Perhaps let run for a second too long or 8. But 8:09 back on the clock here in the third quarter. 4th and 13, ball on the 40-yard line. Ballone alone in the backfield with 5 wide receivers. A quick drop back of 2 steps, looking for a receiver over the middle.
Oh, he had him.
Able to get one hand on it, but too high, incomplete. It's a turnover on downs. Bruce Brenner, the intended receiver.
Yeah, so there's the middle of the field open, right? But they have 2 guys run the same route. You can't have that. One side's got to run a bender, which what happens. The other side can't. You see 2 receivers in the same spot right here. He has him. He's only able to get one hand on it, though. That's what I'm talking about, attacking the middle of the field. I don't know who was supposed to run the bender there, whether it was the trip side or the 2 receiver side down here. It looks like the trips receiver was not supposed to because he's talking to his coach down here. So it kind of messed everything up in the middle right there. Would have been easier throw for Ballone if he didn't. So good stop by Danville, though.
Weckesser puts Bossard in motion, a handoff to Delaughder. Delaughder trying to find some space. No, it's Weckesser who has the ball. Fooled everyone. Up to the 41-yard line. So a pickup of 19 yards on the carry by Walker Weckesser.
Hey, he just pulls it. This is what he can do. If he sees an opening over there on the outside, he's going to pull it. He fooled everybody and ends up breaking a tackle and getting out. And just a smart play by Weckesser right there. We know how smart this kid is, obviously. And, the accolades, say for themselves and the stats say for themselves. But what you can't teach is how smart he is. And you have to be able to watch him play to be able to see that. And he does it all, man. He's
what a pleasure it is to watch him.
That's what
KMAC Player of the Year.
It's amazing. Defensive Player of the Year in the Central District. This kid does it all.
Snap, hands it off to Delaughder right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1.
That's a great response by Lowellville's defense there, though, right? You give up a big gain on first down, okay. Next play mentality. Now you get them in 2nd and long here. You get a nice little stop for a yard. So great response there by Lowellville. Let's see if they can stop this Danville offense. And let's see what this Danville offense decides to do this half. Continue to run the ball because it's working out for them.
Now Weckesser, the snap. Again, hands it to Delaughder. Delaughder able to pick up a few more this time. 4-yard pickup. Bring up 4th down.
Nope, 3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd and 6 here. See if Danville decides to throw the ball here. We haven't seen them run reverse lately. They ran reverse during the season a lot. And the past few games, I haven't seen them run reverse at all.
3 wide receivers wide to the right. Delaughder takes it himself out of the backfield, pushing forward, gets the first down, even more. pushed out inside the 20 around the 16-yard line. Cole Delaughder.
I mean, they're just getting this quad set to the boundary down there, and they run their quarterback outside zone or quarterback power, outside power, whatever you want to call it. I think that was actually quarterback pin pull on the outside, so they pinned the end and got the tackle around right there, and it's worked for him all game, and it's continued to work for him. So if you're Lowellville, you got to have an answer for that. That play has hurt you time over time, so let's see what the answer is for that. Here they are in this position. I think counter's coming back right here. Nope, same play.
A flag on the play. Delaughder through that line of scrimmage around the 11. We'll see what they end up calling. Delaughder, before this play, has 119 rushing yards with 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Was our MVP last week, and from his performance, and
it's nice to just, we get Walker Weckesser up here all the time, right? It's nice to get different guys up here too.
Yeah. And we had Bosard up here. I remember that Mount Gilead game. So that just shows you though how well-rounded this Danville team is, and all the guys they have on their team. I mean, look at it. Who scored the first touchdown for Danville? Aiden Burke, right? I mean, that's they use everybody, and that's what makes them dangerous. Is you got to be able to prepare for every single person that's on the field for Danville.
Now Weckesser's alone in the backfield this time. 3 wide receivers,
and they run the same
including
play.
Delaughder, following those blockers. Jukes inside the 5, very close to that goal line, just going to be short.
I mean, it's the same play they've been running all game. It's okay, we're going to put quads to the side over here, and we're either going to run with Weckesser or Delaughder to the side. Great perimeter blocking by Danville all game, and we're waiting for Lowellville to have an answer for that play. I mean, I'd probably blitz into it. You got to take risk, right, to be able to stop it. Now, you give up a shot over the top if you do that, but you got to be able to stop that run.
Ball on the 3, handoff to Delaughder. Delaughder scoots all the way into the end zone, 20-8. The Blue Devils leading this one, making it a 2-score game.
What an answer coming out at halftime from these Danville Blue Devils, man. We've seen it time and time again, and, they get the stop on defense, and then they come out, drive all the way down the field, and guess what? Just run the ball. Like, it shows their toughness and what they do, and
Delaughder alone in the backfield. It's been working for him all night, trying to have an answer. They blitz into him like Coach Vanderkooi said. Ends up getting the stop, so the Blue Devils leading this one 20-8 over the Lowellville Rockets. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
Bryce Cutter with the OH Report. Just witnessed a Cole Delaughder touchdown for 3 yards. Cole Delaughder with his 23rd rushing touchdown of the season. It's unbelievable. Over 1,500 rushing yards. Now this time finds room on the kick return. It's Dabney. Dabney brought down inside the Blue Devil 30.
And you're going to see this, what he didn't do last time, right? We talked about it. Put his foot in the ground, gets upfield, hits the seam, and look at the return that he has.
Speedy runner, Braylon Dabney.
I've been waiting for him to do that all night on the kickoff return instead of juke. Just put your foot in the ground and get upfield, and that's what he does right there. And it just shows how quick this kid is and puts them in great field position right here for them to respond to Danville's touchdown.
Great position indeed. It's on the 28. Out of the pistols, Ballone, one wide receiver, puts a man in motion, hands it off to Rivera Ocasio. That line pushing him back. Pickup of couple, looks about 3.
Yeah, so this is the first time they've done this tonight in RPO. You see the tight end run the flat there. They put him in motion. All right, if Ballone wants to pull it and throw it, he can. It was open. I expect them to come back to that play and sneak that tight end out again to the flats on a run play right there. Tight ends always get lost sometimes in the fold, in the box right there, so you can sneak them out on those flat routes and nobody will go with them.
Now a handoff this time to Gino Perry. No, Ballone keeps it himself, is just smashed at that 25-yard line, picks up about a yard, but it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yep, they ran the same play that they just did. We got a flag here. Yeah, we got after the play whistle here. But though Lowellville ran the same play that the play before. Danville was ready for it that time.
Against Danville, it appears to be. They were warned earlier for a sideline infraction. We'll see if that has anything to do with it.
Personal foul on the defense.
Another look at this.
I don't know if it was during the play
It was after the play. We're waiting for PA to get the official call. It's hard to see from the visitor's side what the referee is actually ruling.
But again, we talked about the penalty problem at halftime. We've talked about it all year long, and here we are now, Lowellville in the red zone because of it.
And so on the 12, looks to pass, finds a receiver, hit as he receives it, pickup of about 3 where he received it. I think it was Lucido on the reception.
Just a simple hitch route right here. You'd like to see him get the ball out a little bit quicker before he gets out or breaks to the ball's there so he can do something with it. Ah, man, it's that penalty is tough. The personal foul penalty is definitely, because those are absolutely controllable. You got to hone in the intensity sometimes and just settle down and just play ball.
Now the snap. Ballone running out to his right, sneaks through, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown, makes it 14-20, so not going down without a fight, a 2-possession ball game, but we said make it 1.
Yeah, what a play right there, showing the quickness off. They just run a sprint out right here. I thought he was going to dump it to number 11, Dabney right there, who was open on the 10-yard out from the slot, but he decides to just put his head down. He sees a seam and says, you know what, I'm taking this by myself. And nobody there to touch him. And, I mean, it just shows you the speed that the kid has. And what an answer by Lowellville.
Now going for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. So 15-20 is the score. Blue Devils leading this one, but it is close, intense. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder with the OH Report here with Payton Vanderkooi on color commentary tonight. The Rockets just picked up a touchdown. Another look at that one here.
Yeah, just showing you the speed that this kid has, and sees a seam and decides to run it himself. And what an answer by Lowellville there to give up the touchdown. And a heck of a return by Dabney over there and put him in that position. Then a costly penalty for Danville to put them in that scoring position. Now here we are. Onside kick. Oh.
And so jumps on top of it. A quick reaction time. I'd love to see who that was.
That's Cole Delaughder.
Cole Delaughder.
That's the guy you don't want to kick it to in that situation.
Yes.
I mean, this was a good setup. And you can see Danville's front line. Usually you do this if you see them leave before the ball kick, because a lot of people on the front line will leave before the ball's kicked. And they're so disciplined within their whole team that they were waiting for the whole ball was kicked. And, I mean, you kick it right to Cole Delaughder, who is – even hands-wise, is one of the best on the team. So well, I don't know if I would have chose him to kick it at.
You look at the front line. If you're going to onside kick, who are you going to kick it to? You've got Caleb Lucas, Cole Delaughder, Aiden Mickley, all those guys down there in that front line.
100% true. Bounced right into his hands. Honestly, if you're trying to do that, just kick a line drive kick right at one of the front line guys.
Yeah, right.
And hope his – I remember we were playing in college one time and that happened. They kicked at one of our front line guys that hit right off his helmet and went right into the kicking team's hands.
Sometimes those lucky bounces help you. We see them a lot in basketball where the possession isn't as clear, but football, we'll take them just the same, right?
All right, let's see how Lowellville stops this quarterback outside pen pull or zone or power or whatever you want to call it. Oh, we got counter here.
Handoff to Delaughder. Delaughder sees daylight. It's a huge break off of a run. See you later. Cole Delaughder, his third touchdown of the night.
What an answer. I mean, this O-line, first off, I mean, he wasn't touched. He was not touched till he crossed the goal line. And, I mean, you see it right here. This kid does it all. But this O-line, hats off to them. Caleb Lucas, too, leading up right there, untouched through the hole. I mean, that is crazy to me that he was not even touched in 10 yards and he didn't get touched till he was past the end zone. Man, this O-line, man, they've done a lot for this team, and the rushing yards show it. I mean, a lot of that's – obviously you have Cole Delaughder, Wexler back there running the ball, but this O-line, hats off to them for what they do week in and week out.
Now puts Boshart in motion. Weckeser, the snap, rolls out, looks to pass, a throw over the middle, incomplete. So the third failed two-point conversion of the evening, but the Blue Devils leading this one by 11, 26-15.
Okay, let's do this thing.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Bryce Coder,
Payton
Vanderkooi, a quick onside kick, a roller. So they said onside kick us, we'll onside kick you. So the Blue Devils leading this one 26-14 over Lowellville. After Lowellville made it a one-possession game, Danville said, let's not. Let's make it two.
I'll tell you what, though. It's just both those onside kicks right there. It just shows you it's hard to get those against good teams because they're so disciplined. You have to be disciplined in everything that you do in every phase, and that shows you how disciplined the front line is for Lowellville, too, at the same time. And it's hard to get by when you play good teams like that are very, very disciplined.
Now Ballone, the snap, rolls out to his right, but sneaks up right towards that line of scrimmage. He may have even lost half a yard.
Yeah, there's a reason why Weckeser is the Defensive Player of the Year in the Central District in Division 7. I mean, he makes the play right here. It's a hard decision for the quarterback. You're running option. Okay, they're going to pitch off of him, but he plays in the middle. So it's tough for the quarterback, and then last second he makes him go inside, and then obviously the flow's coming back out with the linebackers in D-line, and he's able to get no gain there. So
a great job of adaptivity by the Danville defense. A great read by Weckeser. Stops him. This time a handoff to Gino Perry. Gino Perry wrapped up, brought down. I don't think he got back to that line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up third and about 10 or 11.
Yeah, this Danville D-line. I mean, we talk about their O-line and how good they are. Their D-line is even better. I mean, their front seven is – I've said it time and time again how good this front seven is, especially this D-line. And the chaos they create week in and week out.
I mean, the combination alone of Caleb Lucas and Josh Byers, they have 240 tackles combined on the season.
Very good. They're really good.
For a total of 37
Hitch and go.
tackles for loss. Now Ballone rolling out, throws towards the sideline, broken up. Braylon Dabney, the intended receiver.
I tell you what, Nate Stevens does a great job here staying on this hitch and go. So they've been running hitches all night, right, and completing them. So you're trying to catch Danville off guard, thinking you're going to throw this hitch. He runs a hitch. Nate Stevens stays on him on his hip pocket and stays with him the entire way. So very disciplined by Nate Stevens. Obviously, we saw earlier in the game where he let that go route go on that trick play, right? Ended up making a good play recovering. And now here, very disciplined to not get beat on a double move again. So hats off to Nate Stevens right there.
4th and 10, Ballone alone in the backfield. Ball on the 45, needs to get it to the other 45. Back to pass, looking for a receiver. Hit as he throws a deep ball. Nobody in the vicinity within a good 20 yards of that. Turnover on down. So after a quick response by the Lowellville Rockets, the Blue Devils get their touchdown in a slower drive.
That was, yeah, if we were in the NFL, they would call it intentional grounding there. He was still in the pocket, and there was nobody around. And you had two guys run the same route again that we saw where they ran their bender routes into each other. We had the same thing happen just right there. They ran the same play, and the same kids did the same thing, and you just can't have two guys in the same spot like that.
Carol Lily Newbold saying, keep it up, Blue. Let's fix these penalties. A snap. Delaughder fighting, brought down, a pickup of about 6. Of course, feel free to leave a comment on our Facebook or YouTube channels, and we'll be happy.
Great vision right here by Delaughder. You see how patient he is, too, right? He broke that long one. Oh, somebody comes front side A-gap, and he decides to cut it back because how patient he is and gets something out of nothing there to get it to 2nd and 5. This kid does it all. He's hard to stop. You know, with how tough he is, how fast he is, how smart he is, his vision all put together, and
great all-around player in every aspect. Now Weckesser puts a man in motion, but just throws right to him. Hit for a loss of about 2.
That's a new one. We haven't seen Danville do that all year. New play they put in the playbook here, faking motion across, trying to get people in man coverage or trying to get them run, sprint across the formation. But, again, very disciplined by Lowellville on the back end there. And this is a huge play right here. This is a huge play for Lowellville, too. If they want to stay in this game right here, they need this stop right here, right now.
Burke with his 10th reception of the year on that catch. Weckesser the snap, hands it off to Burke again. Burke sees daylight this time. Wrapped up, breaks a tackle inside the 15 and brought down.
How about Aiden Burke? Obviously scored the first touchdown of the game, and then they put him in there right now. Such a hard runner. I mean, hats off to this O-line, though. Caleb Lucas, great kickoff block. He's not getting touched. Like, that's the crazy thing. It's 15 yards down the field, and he's not even getting touched till the 2nd level. I mean, this O-line is doing amazing things tonight. They've done it all year, but, again, I mean, we've seen Danville break a lot of tackles. They're not even breaking tackles. They're just nobody's touching them, and that's great by the O-line, great by the O-line coach, coaching them up and be able to do that and set the tone for the rest of the ball game, and that's what Danville's doing right here. And we're going to have the 4th quarter coming up here. And
so time will expire 2-1-0. So 4th quarter football coming up. Danville Blue Devils leading this one 26-15 over the Lowellville Rockets. Can the Blue Devils close it out, or will we see life from the Rockets? Find out next.
Are you ready for the comeback?
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, You can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder with the OH report. Walker Wexler snaps the ball, looking for a receiver, finds Cole Delaughder. Cole Delaughder looking towards the corner of that end zone, and he does cross it. Another touchdown. Cole Delaughder, he's good at football. He's so good at football.
He does it all. He does it all. He's a great blocker too. And this is what a great play call coming out of the break, though, right? You haven't completed passes all night, and now you sneak them into the flat because you run a double post concept. Ideally, you're just getting everybody away. Your ideal thing is to go to Delaughder there, and they sneak them out. And I don't know how you forget about Cole Delaughder on defense, but they did there. But what a play call there by Danville coming out of the quarter.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt. They failed 3 tonight. Hands it off to takes it himself. Walker Wexler this time does convert. So 34-15, the Blue Devils beginning to run away with it.
Yeah, that was what a play there, and
Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Payton, Vanderkooi with the OH report. Another Cole Delaughder, this time on a pass from Walker Wexler. What a beauty.
It was this Danville team came out the second half. Another onside kick.
And another try on that one. Number 4, Ryan Nieder, the 6-foot senior, just jumps on top of it.
All right, we got a 3-possession game right now, and there's still a whole quarter left to play. And if you're Lowellville, you gotta get up tempo, right? You can't take your time to score. You're down 3 possessions. So get your play call in now. Run it. Whatever happens, get back to the line. Run another play. All right, you can't wait around and expect good things to happen. So up tempo. I expect them to pass the ball being below hands.
Looking to pass. Catches a receiver. Sneaks through across the 50, brought down at the 49. There's a flag on the play. Raylan Dabney, the receiver.
I think it might be an illegal chop block by the offensive line.
Some discussion from the referees.
Let's see what they say here. Looks like an illegal chop block. Yep, illegal chop block. Not sure who it's on.
For folks who aren't familiar, explain that chop block. Explain why that play is so dangerous.
Yeah, so as an O-lineman, they chop block a lot, actually. And high school receivers can't block below the legs. In college, NFL, you can. But it's just to protect the knees of the D lineman. And you're allowed to chop if it's like head up to outside. You can't chop somebody's leg off from the side because that'll tear their knee up pretty bad. So that's why that rule is put in place right there. So just to protect the D lineman from getting like hit on the side of the knee, because that can cause some damage and damage you don't want to have, especially at this age. So
it's a foul we typically don't see at the NFL level, but we do see it more commonly at the high school level.
Yeah.
Is it a discipline thing?
It's not. It's hard. There's a lot of moving parts to it. So
So now Ballone, the snap, pressure from Lucas, sneaks outside, trying to fight for yardage, does get yardage, a first down, and even more, crosses the 50-yard line. Oh, I don't know about a first down with 35 yards, but picks up a huge gain.
Wow, what an answer to that penalty call. I mean, look how athletic this kid is, Ballone. I mean, Caleb Lucas obviously getting pressure, which he always does, and, I mean, Ballone just does the rest. Juke move, running hard. I mean, he's not that big of a guy, but man, his heart's there. I'll tell you that. He's got some toughness to him. And you see that. We got an injury here.
And so that's number 20, Santino Rivera Ocasio, the 5'10 senior, has been the heart, or one of the hearts of this offense this year for the Lowellville Rockets. Would be heartbreaking to lose him this late in the game when you're looking for the spark to make up a 3-possession ball game.
Yeah. Ballone, though, man, he's not ready for his senior season to be over, man. He's going to do whatever he can to keep his team in the ball game, and you saw it right there. And that's what you expect out of your quarterback, your senior leaders, to put your team on the back in crucial situations, and that's what they were. I mean, they were first in forever. And you see how tough the kid is and how much heart he has and how much want, he has in this game. And I mean, you're going to see fight of this Lowellville team no matter what. And then, it's not going to be easy the rest of the way for this Danville squad. And, Ballone's going to be the one to make sure that this isn't their last game. And he's going to do everything he can offensively and defensively to make sure that happens. And what toughness by this Lowellville team, though. It's you see it. They only have 33 kids on their roster, which is crazy to see. You have a lot of kids. All the kids are going both ways, and for even them to get to this point. But you see the athletes that they have. They're here for a reason, and it's because all those guys out there and this coaching staff and preparing them for this situation.
Very true. 11-1, that doesn't come for no reason. A handoff to Gino Perry. Gino Perry wrapped up at that 39-yard line and brought down a loss of 1.
Josh Byers, great play. They tried to run this sprint counter again. It worked earlier in the game, but Byers sniffs it out that time. And Josh Byers, great player, great linebacker. He does all the dirty work, it seems like, for this Danville team. I mean, I know they all do, but he does he's always lead blocking of some sort. Doesn't get the ball, much at all, but he makes his impact felt, especially on the defensive end here.
Just knows how to use his body to play football. I mean, so good at it. Ballone alone. This time sneaks right up the middle. Design QB run, crosses the 30.
Oh, get a flag
here. Late flag.
We're going to get a face mask? Horse collar? I don't know, but good run there. They run Q draw there, actually. So he's going to fake for a second. O-line's going to sneak out to the second level, and they call targeting. Let's see what they're going to call here. Good play call here, though. Oh, they actually insert the tackles here. That's interesting. I haven't seen people do that a lot.
So it does go against Danville.
Good play call, though. Again, this Lowellville team, let's get up to the ball. You got 10 minutes left. Try to score fairly quick here. Get some tempo. Keep that momentum going. Oh, that's 12 people in the huddle.
So quickly sprinting off.
If we're in the NFL, that would have been flagged. Offside.
And the referees were communicating with each other about 5 flags thrown on the play.
And they end up getting a false start penalty. But you can't have 12 guys in the huddle. That's illegal. It's if you have 12 guys in the actual huddle, then that's an advantage, right? Because a big thing is personnel. So personnel, especially at the college level, personnel is huge because if there's certain players in the game, certain plays are coming, right? So if you have an extra player in there, you're like, nobody came out. Well, there's 12 players in the huddle. So defensively, you're trying to get a heads up on personnel-wise, so that's why it's not allowed.
And so now Dabney running back, this time handed off to Gino Perry, trying to find some room on that edge, wrapped up and thrown down, a pickup of about 2, it looks like.
None other than Josh Byers.
Josh Byers up and over 150
they run
tackles on the season.
Here, man. He just sniffs it out. Good tackle right there.
I mean, week 13, 150 tackles.
Kick and play. Kick and play. He's a hard-nosed kid. We see it every week.
14 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, and a forced fumble to his name this season. Ballone, 3 receivers, looks to pass, throws a deep ball over to the side. Lucindo, the intended receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, you'd like to see that ball thrown to the back pylon of Fade in this area right here. He kind of floats it to the middle sideline, so the receiver's not expecting the ball to be in that area right there.
So that will bring up 3rd and 12. Ball on the 15, down 3 possessions and under 9 minutes left in this 4th quarter. It would be a true heartbreaker and perhaps a dagger if they can't convert this inside of the red zone. But Ballone out of the pistol. The snap rolls out to his left. It's an option. Brought down
by
once again.
Josh Byers, man. They run speed option here. So no triple option with the running back fake in the middle there. Just straight up speed option, and they do a good job defending it. And when you make speed option get cut back inside with the quarterback, that's when that flow from the linebackers comes, and Josh Byers there again. I mean, he's the heart of this defense. I think he truly is as a linebacker. And we talk about Delaughder, we talk about Weckesser, we talk about Caleb Lucas on defense. This guy, Josh Byers, I feel like he's the heart of this defense. I mean, being the middle linebacker right there, you see him in a lot of plays.
Ballone, now Santino Rivera Ocasio back into the game after the injury. Ballone looks to pass. Pressure from Lucas, doesn't know what to do. Just falling back further and further. He's dropped back 30 yards. Now he's looking for a place to run, but he gets pushed out of bounds. A turnover on downs.
That was, first off, they had like 3 receivers in the same area. And as a quarterback, you can't sprint backwards like this. If you're getting pressure like this, I mean, you don't run back 20 yards. I understand he likes to use his legs and everything, and, it's worked out for him, but that's attacking the line of scrimmage. You can't run back 20 yards and then run forward, and it just doesn't work like that. So if you're getting pressure like that where there's no escape, you just got to throw it up to the end zone and hope one of your guys comes down with it or get a pass interference call. But it's not overly smart to run back 20 yards, and especially against how good this Danville defense is. And now it's going to be tough for the Lowellville Rockets here.
Now Weckesser looking to pass. A throw. Briar Boshart touches it twice but drops it.
Looked like there was some confusion. It looks like they wanted to run the pass, but there was like 2 guys that were blocking out there on the perimeter. They weren't expecting the pass, and Weckesser was expecting somebody to go on a pass route. That's off of their quarterback outside power that they've been running. That's their pass concept, right? It makes it look like the quarterback's running out there. They've had success off of it, and they want to sneak somebody deep off of it, but it doesn't. Looks like there was a miscommunication on the play. I mean, if you're Danville right now, you're just trying to kill this clock as much as you can. So incomplete passes don't help the cause right now.
Now a snap. Weckesser looking to run on second down.
Staying
on his feet. Pushed out of bounds at the 30 or the 45. Man slow to get up for the Blue Devils.
Just another good run, outside run by the quarterback here. I would like to see him stay in bounds though, so the clock doesn't stop right here. And keep it rolling because it is a 3-possession game, and there's 7 minutes left, and now the clock stops for a little bit. So you'd like to see him slide in bounds just to kill that clock even more. So that's me being picky, though, as a coach.
So now with 2 wide receivers, Weckesser just hands it off to Delaughder. Delaughder having a night for himself tonight, just short of that 50-yard line around the 49. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Ref's calling, got an injury, I think, for Danville, or ref called a timeout. Number 51 for Danville, Gavin Lepley, left the field right there, so hope he's okay.
And so it is official. Danville is the last KMAC team in the OHSAA playoffs as Northmore has lost to Garraway 42-7. So a great season for the Golden Knights, but will end tonight. The Blue Devils look like they will be extending their season one more week. Looks to throw towards the sideline, wrapped up at the knees and taken down.
Good tackle by the corner over there. I think that was Ballone over there making the stop. 3rd and 5 here again. You just want, that clock is in your favor if you're Danville, right? You want to kill as much time as possible. You know, it's a 3-possession ball game. You want to keep it rolling. Don't really want any incomplete passes here. So the clock continues to run.
So now Weckeser takes it himself, just trying to kill some clock. Stay in bounds.
First down.
Gets pushed out of bounds on the first down, so the 3rd down conversion further makes things unmanageable for the Lowellville Rockets as they need the ball and they need points if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, they need the ball back, so, but it's hard to do against this Danville squad. I mean, we see it week in and week out, and you know, I mean, the past 3 weeks through these 3 playoffs, they've played everybody in this conference, right? And you know, they've done obviously a fairly good job of you know, winning these games. It always seems like they're close in the first half too.
And now Delaughder breaking tackles, runs out of bounds again. 6:07 left in the 4th.
It always seems like the first half, right, it's a dogfight. The past 2 weeks at least, right? Last week I think it was 16-0 Danville at halftime, right? It was 14-8 at halftime of this one. Danville's second half push is just unbelievable. They tend to break away in the second half, and you know, it's hard. You got to play 4 good quarters against this Danville team.
And even, you know, the first couple of drives we saw out of this team from both sides, we thought maybe Danville has met a match, right? Someone that's going to challenge them, but then we look at the score in the 4th quarter, it's 35-15.
It is, and that just shows you how tough this Danville team is, and you know what they do, and how they play for 4 quarters. That's the biggest thing. If you're going to beat this Danville team, you have to play great football for 4 quarters. It can't be 2 quarters. It can't be 3 quarters. It can't be 3.5 quarters. It's got to be all 4 quarters to be able to take this Danville team down, because, I mean, obviously see how skilled they are, how good they are.
And the Maryland eye again. And so really trying to burn some clock here.
You know what's a crazy thing, too, right? They have, like, a lot of guys that go both ways. It doesn't seem like they ever get tired. I mean, the production from all their guys seems like it gets better throughout the whole game, which is crazy to see when you have guys playing both ways like that. And you see how much Delaughder gets the ball, Wexler gets the ball, all of them. And here they are in the 4th quarter, and they're still running hard. Like, that's the tough thing about stopping this Danville team, is they're not going to tire out.
Well, I've always been impressed with how strategically they use their assets. I mean, even tonight, you have a guy like Aiden Burke who runs for a touchdown. A deep ball from Weckeser is incomplete. You have a guy like Aiden Burke, runs for a touchdown, breaks off another big run, and you think, oh, he's running out of breath, but then comes Delaughder, right? Every single play, it's like someone different that Danville is throwing at these teams.
It is. Danville tried to throw the ball there and just put the icing on the cake there. Ballone did a great job, though. I will give him that. I mean, we talk about the heart of this kid, the toughness of this kid, and, you know, he's not going to let that slide by him, so good play by him.
Mellow Meadows saying, take it all the way, Blue. Redbird Nation saying good luck to Danville tonight. Weckeser keeps it. A late flag on the play.
Seeing Weckeser keep this read more than usual. Looks like we have face mask on Lowellville. But you're seeing Weckeser pull a lot on these reads right here, and it's working out for him. Haven't seen him really do that the past few weeks, and something to look at, especially for next week.
Absolutely. You know, we know that penalties have been the sore spot for the Blue Devils, working on it, but doing much better. We've officially hit 1,000 Continuous simultaneous viewers, thank you very much. We want to welcome all of you to the OH Report. Late in this fourth quarter, we're seeing the beloved Blue Devils leading this one big.
Yeah, and now we start talking about can Danville do it? Can they get to the thing that they've worked so hard for? Can they do it? And they're so close now. I mean, obviously this game's not over yet. There's 4 minutes left, but the big question is, can they do it now?
And now Delaughder into the end zone. Another touchdown. Cole Delaughder, can you believe it? 40-15 now.
And this is just the icing on the cake for Delaughder. And obviously the impact that he's made. And hats off to both these teams, though, tonight. And you see the fight in both teams. And, you know, especially Lowellville and everything they've done in their conference to get to this point. And they lost to Western Reserve earlier this year, and they beat them last week. So that's huge on their part to get to this point. And
Cole Delaughder, his 5th touchdown of the game.
Now you got Danville moving on to the regional final now.
Puts it through, so 41-15, Blue Devils leaving this one. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Cutter with the OH Report here with Payton Vanderkooi. The Blue Devils extending this one even further, 41-15 over the Lowellville Rockets here at Massillon Perry High School at Perry Stadium. Both teams coming a long way tonight. Javier Sika Gonzalez kicks a low ball right into the knees of, I believe that's Lucindo. Yes, into Lucido's shins on a cold night. That's got to sting at least a little bit.
4 minutes left.
So now with 4:14, Lowellville takes over. Crowd trying to get their team back into this one. Ballone alone in the backfield.
They got to blow a timeout. Yeah, the receiver. they only had 10 guys on the field, and the receiver that was supposed to be out there just came off the last second. So you can just see it's tough, man. I mean, you play so hard, especially for the first couple of quarters, and so close, and you put so much time and energy into everything, and then you get to this point where it's 41-15, and it's a hard feeling to deal with. And I think that's the plus thing about high school football, though, is there's a lot to learn from high school sports in general, and how to deal with this, right? How do we move on from this? Like that's the thing as a coach. If you're not teaching those life skills, then you're not in it for the right reasons. And I say this all the time, is high school sports is the easiest way to teach life skills, because kids love playing sports, right? I mean, that's
Definitely.
what they're doing it. And
now Ballone, a QB sneak, picks up a big gain, brought down around the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 15.
And it teaches, right, how to deal with adversity. How do we deal with the loss? How do we deal with success, right? I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, and you, as a coach, have to keep in mind of that and make correlations between everything. And, you know, that's what helps build these young men. And
an incomplete pass, and I find that so true. I mean, with high school sports, you have glory, you have greatness, but you also have bad times. You have things that are challenging and stressful, but that's also life.
It is.
Right,
it is life, and like I said, it's you teach a lot of different things to these kids, and that's the impact that will last forever, right, is the situations, you know, that they've been put in, the joy of playing the game, and all that stuff. But no, it's fun to see. And I will say this too, is as a coach, and obviously I've been on the playing end of success, and I've been on the coaching end success, and there's nothing like, let's see Ballone here.
Now Ballone sneaking out, finding more space. He's so speedy, brought down at the 26.
But there's nothing more better than a coach seeing and a player has success on the field, right? It's a feeling that I never thought I would have as a coach, and you see, it actually happens. You're like, wow, like this feels better than me actually scoring a touchdown, because like it's fun seeing the people that you teach and are around every single day, all their hard work and effort put into it, and the success that they have. It's a joy to see, man. And
especially working with students. I mean, I work with students in my day job, and, you know, we sometimes think of kids as, you know, the kids screwing around in public, getting in trouble. But when you get them in their element, they're so insightful, so strong, have so much to offer.
Yeah. And, I mean, you're seeing it right now. I mean, look, Michael Ballone is Michael Ballone is you see the toughness of this kid, right? I mean, you see that he's not quitting, right? And that's another thing that you see. Like this is a testament just to this coaching staff too, is there's no quit in this team. And for your seniors and your team to take that away into life, right? I mean, when situations hit you hard, you know this person's not going to quit. They're going to find a way to get past it and try to find success. And you see Michael Ballone doing this right now. He's running hard still and making plays and, you know, doing all that he can to help the kids around him too. And it's just great to see.
And that was Santino Rivera Ocasio on the carry, wrapped up. So 2 minutes and running left in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 9, ball on the 9-yard line. Lowellville has it. Of course, after this game, be sure to stay with us. We'll have MVP interviews, analysis, stats, and the post-game show. Ballone the snap, looking to pass, finds a receiver in the end zone all alone and gets him. Let's see who that is, number 13, Landon Eisenwine. Landon Eisenwine, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the year, a 5'8" senior. Was just all alone in that end zone, some consolation points, and as Coach Vanderkooi was talking about, continuing to fight even though all hope seems to be lost. 2 minutes left in this fourth quarter and potentially the rest of your football career, but you're still fighting, not allowing for this to go down as a loss where you gave up.
Nah, it's good touchdown there by Lowellville.
Now lining up.
Fake.
Ballone takes it himself on the fake, trying to find room, gets pushed out just short.
I think that was on purpose. That fake was on purpose. I think that's what they wanted to do. You could see it. Check this out.
And the high snap.
It might have been a little high, but it looked like it was planned for. It didn't look like Ballone was like flustered. He knew what to do with it once it was high. So I think that was called. 41-21, 20-point game with 1:53 left here. Still 3-possession game. It looks like Dalton won tonight, 48-28. I just checked the score on it, and it said it was final 48-28 on the source that I checked. So looks like the winner of this game, which looks like it'll be Danville, will be playing Dalton.
Dalton, the 1 seed, I believe?
They are the 1 seed. which that'll be at a neutral site too. The winner of this playing them, so it'll be interesting to see where that game is played at.
Beautiful facilities here at Perry.
Oh, these facilities here! I told you, it looks like we're watching Friday Night Lights, the movie. I mean, you got the black and like the grayish white colors here, and the big P in the middle, like the Permian. It was cool. The atmosphere is great. The sound system is amazing here, and I can only imagine what their home games are like here. I've never been to one, but I'd love to come to a Massillon Perry home football game.
That would be beautiful. A low kick is just going to roll out of bounds.
But yeah, no, these facilities are great, and they've been a great host tonight too. And we've seen a great football game here. A lot of points scored, especially in the second half. Look at all the points that have been scored in the second half. It's a crazy thing. I expected fireworks, and they obviously came in the second half, a lot of them. So
a bit of a nightmare fourth quarter for the Rockets, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was. But again, we talk about this Danville team. You got to play good, great football for 4 straight quarters because they're not going to tire out, and that's hard to do. And that's why Danville now will be in the Final 8 in Division 7. I think it's the Final 8.
I believe so. Delaughder continuing to fight,
and so they're
yards.
One of the best 8 teams in Division 7 right now, and not every team can do that. And it's hard to get to that point. Like people don't understand how hard it is to get even this far in the playoffs, let alone to the next round, to the Final Four, to the state championship. There's so much effort put in. There's so much hard work put in, not only from the players, but the coaches' families. I mean, there's so many people that are involved with this whole situation. Parents, it's a whole community that puts in all this work, and it's great to see the success that even both these teams have had. And you know, it's everybody together. It's not one person. It's everybody, and that's the cool thing, especially about high school sports. It's the whole community, and you see the whole community involvement, and you see a lot of successful programs where the community is around these teams, not just football, but all the sports teams, right? And you see a lot of success built off of that, and especially these small school football, right? I mean, we got Danville here and Lowellville, 2 small towns with, you know, not many students in their school, but you feel the support no matter how many people there are supporting you, and it's just great to see, and I love to see it, and, you know, hope success for everybody here.
And so a knee with 30 seconds left by Walker Weckesser, I believe, is going to end the game as both teams are walking off. The Danville Blue Devils moving to 13-0 on the season. Lowellville Rockets moving to 11-2 in their final game as they lose this one in Massillon Perry High School at Perry Stadium. Stay tuned with us. We will have an interview with our MVP, Cole Delaughder.
Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, fire pits, and docks. Delagrange Landscaping, serving Apple Valley and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543. Delagrange Landscaping and Construction is located in Howard, specializing in outdoor living spaces. Get a free quote on decks, patios, fireplace, valley, and the surrounding areas. For a free quote on your outdoor living space, call Delagrange Landscaping at 740-627-0543. Again, that's 740-627-0543.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Bryce Coder with the OH Report here with the Delagrange Landscape.